Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded, loaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Ah, man, I am getting a hell of a late jump today. I apologize. But welcome to another Shots Wednesday night open bar. Always fun, always unpredictable. And damn, we're already starting off kind of crazy tonight. We were going to have a special guest joining us, but as always, life seems to happen and kind of pull things in a different direction, as well as I myself am kind of flying solo for the time being. But hopefully after our first break, I will have somebody joining us. And I'll tell you what, the memories, the reminiscent, this should be fun. So on that note, we are going to get everything cooking and rolling. Poor kitty cat, she's got Lady Jesus herself. Unfortunately, she's not too far away, but I think she kind of misjudged how long she was going to be gone for. Woo! I tell you what, it has been one hell of a day. As I've said multiple times, this week is just absolutely, it's pretty off the rails. I mean, I've already got family myself coming in. Has come in. Got to do the whole help clean around the house and run here, run there. It's been non-stop. So really, for my midweek report, no rest for the weary. And I just realized that got off the quiet off to the side there. If somebody's checking it out, kind of getting a feel for it. Like I said, hopefully we'll be able to get them on here. We'll give it a little bit, let them see what everything's about and what all is going on. I'm actually Tinkerbell over there. But nah, I mean, it's just, it's that time, and I'm gonna say it, I know Lady Jesus herself hates when I say this word, graduation. My oldest, as cliche as it sounds, literally I blinked and here we are. But I've said it before, I'm not really not that nervous about it. I'm actually more excited for what's coming up. I've already said he's already signed up, and starting in August, he will be going to SRU, and I guess for him, this is where life kind of truly begins, because I did find out that Yeah, he has chosen to live on campus. Be that as it may, I mean, he's only one town over, so I mean, it's not like dad can't, or mom for that matter, can't be there should they need to be. But you know, I'm actually looking forward to the opportunity to just say, "Here you go, kid. Here's the keys, and run with it." So I know there's people out there that are extremely nervous about it. My former partner in crime is really kind of it's got him a bit twisted up, we'll say, because he's already gone through one. Now his second and final one is going to be walking on the stage this weekend as well. So even that, I gotta air this one out a little bit. It's been somewhat of a pain in the ass as of late, due to I'm gonna tell you right now, our school is like ass backwards on everything. Like how do you send out a notice? Hey, by the way, if it's going to be Friday, but if it rains, we're going to do it Saturday. We're going to set this time, but if it's raining, then even that day is going to be subjective. Really, especially in our area, you would think that they'd be smart enough to go with an indoor venue. Literally less than a block away, right across the street, is Grove City College that has ample room to do something like this indoors. And when you're in Northwest Pennsylvania at this time of year, I mean, you are never guaranteed sun, you never guaranteed rain. You don't know what the weather is going to be. As we've said before, we do get all four seasons in one day. And for them to kind of just out of the blues, hey, we want to go ahead and do this outside, but we're just going to keep everything up in the air. Hey, we understand you got family and friends, and you try to plan, but we never know what the weather's going to be. It's even in the letter. You can't predict the weather. So you would think, knowing that fuck it, we'll go ahead and shell out a little bit of money and make sure everything goes through, and keep the schedule. But no, they got us jumping through hoops and crossing our fingers and wondering what's going to happen. But I mean, be that as it may, like I said before, there's no point in bitching or moaning about it. You can like I said, I'll air it out, but I mean, what can you honestly do about it? No damn thing at the end of the day. Not going to change anything. So on that note, yeah. And Mother Nature has already shown she is not going to be very cooperative, with today, tomorrow, the forecast. And I don't know. It's just me. I like to, if I plan something, I always try to have a contingency plan. But I don't know. Does it really come down to the almighty dollar at the end of the day? That's exactly what it feels like. And to everyone else, be damned. So yeah, Grove City School District, 2 thumbs down on you on this one. Bad call. And the fact that I have so many people from the Grove City area that do like to get on here and watch this, I'm sure that's going to raise a bunch of eyebrows. But you know me, I like a little bit of angst and, I guess you could say, controversy. But shit, enough about me. I'm actually kind of surprised, and looking and seeing. Normally there is a specific individual on here, unless he's either working or still too hungover from a couple nights ago. Normally by now he's blowing it up, wanting me to drop the link and everybody come on here. When can I? I'm just, for a Wednesday night, I'm really kind of surprised. But then again, I did start damn near an hour late, so I take full responsibility on that. It's been a day. I enjoyed some much needed family time, not only with the missus, but I've had a special guest in the house, and now my kiddo gets to hang out with his cousin. I get to hang out with my cousin. And she is sitting here eyeballing me, wondering what the hell is she getting herself into. So let's hopefully not scare her off. But, like I said, at the end of the day, it's still been enjoyable. A lot of running around, and the reason I'm going on late is, I'm not going to lie, guys.
You fell asleep.
I fell asleep. I was sitting in my chair. I was enjoying. And, yeah, before you knew it, that deep breathing. I'd say there's a little bit of snoring involved. And the wife was nice enough, I popped up out of nowhere and realized it was already 8 o'clock. And she goes, oh, yeah, I didn't know if you were truly going on, or nobody else, geez, did you guys really think I was going to deprive you this opportunity to sit down and watch me drink beer and do shots and just spit a whole bunch of nothing? Never. But I am sure at some point here in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'm probably going to get another knock at the door, and we'll get things going back to normal. So, like I said, I'm just kind of spitting and going, and we're just going to roll with the punches and see where things go. So I'm kind of hoping at some point here, anybody starts dropping comments. Just kind of let me know how things are going. It is open bar, meaning open talk. There's always a seat open. Everybody is welcome to come on, and most subjects are non-taboo, so we love to hear from you guys. Oh yeah, I said that word, taboo. That's been the word of the day, taboo. Oh, don't worry, princess. You're getting mic'd up. I can tell right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've done a little bit of pre-gaming today. Unfortunately, we were actually in. Anytime this gentleman's on here, if you've watched our past shows, when he's on here, it is absolutely 100% a whirlwind. But literally, we were in that in-between stage. Miss Jans, good to see you. Quit babbling. I'm not babbling. I am talking very clear. I'm just speaking a little, some slight drunkenese. And no, that is not Sarah. You will get to meet this individual. You can just hold your horses. See, now, once they're on, then it's all go, ready to run. No, but I've known you longer. So at the end of the day, well, looky there. You can see all the messages down there in the bottom, but that's not quite what I was looking for. I guess, I was hoping by doing this little feature up here that it would just pop up on its own and we wouldn't have to do all the clicking and going, but let's just do that. So at the end of the day, Jan, you're going to have to let me know if Captain Quentin himself is looking to jump on here. And I'm assuming you guys didn't get to do any fishing today whatsoever. But back to what I was originally saying, we actually at one point we were within a breath of having our good friend Michael Copenhaver, our award-winning stand-up comedian. And it was kind of a last second. He had a family emergency, so hopefully everything works out. And you never know. He might actually just go ahead and pop on here at some point on screen. So we'll be looking forward to seeing that and seeing who all jumps on. As always, yeah. Welcome to our part of the world. The weather sucks, and something we're going to touch on here. I might actually take the opportunity tomorrow to do a little bit of running now that the bulk of the cleaning's done, and I guess I get to say re-familiarize myself with the Pittsburgh area and be somewhat of a tour guide. So lots of stuff to do in the next few days, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I know this much. Tomorrow is the day that the bulk of everybody is coming in, so there is going to be a house full of people, and quite possibly quite a few seats taken out here because tomorrow night is our Thursday night's thoughts and shots. And who knows? We might get that southern twang sitting in the seat beside me. And before you ask, Miss Jan, no, it's probably not going to be Sarah. She is going to be checking things out as we go along. Actually, no, she won't be. She will be hosting a house full of people. But shit, as my boy would say, enough about me. I want to hear about you guys. I need to take off, man, Monday and Tuesday and work the rest of the raining week. And why is that? Just needing, an extended weekend. You one of those people that I hate Mondays, so I find a way to get out of it. I know I was one of those people. I absolutely not the biggest fan of Monday, but like I said before, if you really think about it, the worst day of the week is Thursday if you're working a normal Monday through Friday, which I could feel the eyeballs like pouring into the side of my head. No, when you're working on Monday through Friday, Thursday is the worst day because you've already put in so much time that week. You're tired, you're ready, and then you still got that one more day, that Friday. So it's kind of like that teaser day. And that's why I say I hate Thursdays over every other day. Monday and Tuesday in the 70s. But that means it's going to be cold out on that lake. I'm telling you right now. After all this rain, it's going to be nasty. Rain on the weekends. Welcome to May going into June. I mean, shit. It's nothing new there, really. I prefer this type of weather, though, only because I'm not a big fan of extreme heat. Never have been. The only time I can, I'm bearable with the heat, and I've said this a million times, I'm going to beat this horse to death, is if I'm on the beach. You put that salt water in front of me, cold drink in the hand, and it could be as hot as it wants to be. So that's just my thought on it. But then again, you got the Captain Quentin Hooper there, who love getting out there on the lake on their, we'll call it out right now because I'm sure we'll hear it at least a couple times tonight, on their 24-foot pontoon, catfishing with their grill and their drinks and their porta-john that they take out. That I'm just giving you guys shit and you know it. But yeah, that's just summertime means summer things. And speaking of such, I think the best way to fill out the rest of the time, I think this is as good as time of any to sit down and Frankenstein my first drink. So as I've said, you know what? I will. You know what? I'll take that back. I'm going to hold on this because I want to have another bartender in here, and I keep hearing bells upright. Let's not do that. It's just enough. I mean, you're like me. Once it hits a certain time of the night, you are little Miss Popular. In my case, I'll be Mr. Popular, but nah. Like I said, I mean, the first part of the show is always just spitting and going, and just kind of, that I'm that guy at the bar that once I start talking, sometimes it's hard to shut up. Yeah. Okay, so truth be told, it hasn't. It's not just being at the bar. I've always been one of those guys that once I start going, and my favorite thing is when I'm talking to people. I go off on my rambles. Yes, I like to ramble. I like to just start going. And this individual is notorious for this. She's done this a couple times tonight as we've been talking. Look at this. Put your hand on that. And they just look at you. They give you that, yeah, you know, they talk. They end up talking to me with their eyes. Oh, no way you don't say. Oh, man, as if you keep quiet yourself, young lady. In case you guys are wondering, you know, Miss Jan is the significant other of our good friend Jason, the head of security. Go ahead, I'll give you a quick plug there, buddy, for the Southern Outlaws band. We will definitely be. I have a feeling we're going to see them here shortly. And oh, what a shame, guys! You don't get to do it from the boat this time. Sucks. Sorry for you. Oh. As if you didn't spend the last like 3-4 days out there on the water, anyways. So, anyways, enough picking on them because I don't. You know me. I don't like to hurt feelings. Nothing. That would be my phone. Nothing like seeing, you know, people well past their ripening age in tears. And I'm not trying to do that. I always have the respect for my elders, I guess you can say. Oh, I know. That's me digging my grave. Way back. Oh, the good old days. You know, honestly, I'm happy to go ahead and take my break early and just go ahead and get somebody mic'd up and really start picking on each other. See, last time I had family on here, this individual was my sis, and AKA the traveling trucker. She'd come out, get mic'd up for a little while, then run inside, bullshit for quite a while, then come back out for a second, go back. It was, you know, quite the interesting run with that one. You're always invited if you ever get a moment to spend time with your friends on the boat. And like I said, once this weekend's out of the way, guys, that is going to be in the very near future. So instead of picking on you, you know, with my elders, of course. You know, I got to share a little bit of an anecdote. I'm not going to say who or when, but, you know, back in my day, when you were at the bar, when you were at the club, and, you know, people were to pass something, there was always the party drug Molly, which, no, I've never partook in. Let's get that out of the way now. There was ecstasy, you know, you'd pass the bowl, you know, whatever, whenever. But at the end of the day, there was always a party drug. I guess nowadays, for those aged rockers out there, you walk over and you slip Viagra into the hand of the person you just met. I'll never understand why. Just out of the blue, I got that one. But hey, if you're watching up there, yeah, it's still in there. Trust me. And you know, if and when I ever need it, we might go ahead and run with that. So enough chitter chatter. We're gonna go ahead and take our first break. I think I've bored you guys long enough. I'll go ahead and throw something up there real quick. We'll get somebody mic'd up, and I feel the presence of the Force, you know, stirring. All of a sudden, I think Yoda has made it from Dagobah, or, you know, we could say Frodo from the Shire. However you want to look at it. There's going to be a silver fox in my near future. Guys, I can't wait. Oh, the last time I said silver fox, oh, by the way, somebody has decided now I picked on them enough that they feel the need to go ahead and chemical their hair. Wear the gray proud, woman. Wear the gray proud. Love you to death. Guys, we play these guys a lot. Good friends of ours. Actually, we've been pushing, this is their new single. It is #2 in Australia right now, and it is making its rounds all across Europe, being tracked by Billboard here in the States. Guys, this is Outlaws and Bikers by the Southern Outlaws, and we'll be right back.
Rolling down the highway, the sun sets low. Leather jacket shining, the stars of the show. The engine like thunder, we own the night. Outlaws and bikers, ready for a fight. Outlaws and bikers, ride side by side. They don't understand. We take our pride. Respect for the brotherhood. We stand as one. Underneath the moonlight, our journey's just begun. As we tell stories, scars show the way. Every mile we conquer, we've got a debt to pay. In the face of danger, we never back down. With loyalty and honor, we wear our crown. Outlaws and bikers, ride side by side. They don't understand. We take our pride. Respect for the brotherhood. We stand as one. Underneath the moonlight, our journey's just begun. Outlaws and bikers, we ride side by side. They don't understand. We take our pride. Respect for the brotherhood. We stand as one. Underneath the moonlight, our journey's just begun. So everyone, raise a glass. So here's to the outlaws, the dreamers, the brave. In the heart of the night, we'll ride to the grave. With respect for each other, we'll never fall apart. Outlaws and bikers, forever in our hearts.
Oh, welcome back. Hey, And I'd like to introduce everybody to my much older.
You lie. You're a lie.
Your Grace says otherwise. See, Kitty Cat, she gets to be, you're not alone on this one. No, guys, this is my cousin. She's in town for my oldest one's graduation, and she came up to say hi to the family. Sandy, meet the world.
The world.
Was it everything you expected it to be when you saw me doing this? You watched the show a couple times, right?
Yeah.
What's been your opinion of it so far? Wow.
Oh, used to it. We're used to it.
Wow. And this is how we're gonna go.
This is why we only talk about every 2 months.
Yeah, but the fun part is when we do talk, next thing you know, the pictures come out. Like I remember Steeler game.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what happened on that one? If I remember correctly, there was something about Lev Bell's torching the Titans for 200 yards. Garrett Blunt walking off the field. It was a Blizzard Bowl, and you would have thought it was a home game for the Steelers.
You really would have. Yeah.
They were in their home
Yeah.
jerseys and everything.
Yeah. Pittsburgh showed out down there in Nashville. They really did. There was more yellow than there was blue that day.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
It was. It was so cold though.
And why do you think I called it the Blizzard Bowl?
Yeah. Like I was cold the next day even. It was absolutely insane.
Even with all your Steeler gear on?
Even with-
I
I noticed.
You had to wear Steeler gear. next
Oh yeah,
time.
I did. That was right. That was the deal. I said I would wear my Pittsburgh shirt the next day if they won, and I wore it. Very proudly, I wore it.
What'd she say? Hello, cousin from us? Oh, man. That is Miss Jan. I'm sure her and Jason will be wanting to jump on here at some point. Arliss is in the house too. What is going on, brother man? What would you like, young lady? I gave somebody your ashtray.
Yeah, sorry.
Did everybody see it? Lady Jesus made an appearance. So one of the things I like to do on this show before we really get going, and you should enjoy this. I've said before that I like to Frankenstein drinks, and especially the ones that work. And she likes them. She always writes down the recipes. So this particular one, I called it the fruit cocktail. So, without further ado, how's things going over there, Arliss? Tim's in the house. Was Tim there with you guys? Oh, he just waited till you came on. Then he showed up.
He probably fell asleep and was just not waking up.
Oh,
So it was not
and,
for everybody today.
and Miss Janice saying hello, by the way, Kitty Cat. All right. So, you're like this is fun. We are going to need the red stag. Now, when I say fruit cocktail, I went on the little cups that we always took to lunch, or you know what I mean?
The little 4 ounce.
Yeah. So we made sure, and Kitty Cat hates when I use this one because I bought that specifically for her. Do you have a ride tonight, Lady Jesus? Or are you just hanging out? Oops.
I have to have a ride because I walked here.
Ah.
He took the kids and went home.
Did he really wear his cutoff? He said he's gonna wear no sleeves and.
No, he wore he was still in his regular old pants, but we did find a matching 3 button-down collared shirt for him that matched the pants. So.
Sucker! Tell me you got a picture. Can we post it on here?
No. Oh, no. You want Friday's picture. Because whether he knows it or not, he's dressing up.
Well, all of us, I think, are going to dress up a little bit for that one. It's been a crazy few days in the music world. Is there any updates, brother? And if you get the opportunity, let us know. We wouldn't mind having you on here. It's been a minute. So, good. Now that everybody's on here, Kitty Cat, you've enjoyed this one the last time. What am I missing? So I make sure to put a little bit of everything that would go in a fruit cocktail.
Well,
So you got your cherry and your red stag, your peach, Crown Royal, your orange with the blue Corso, and the closest thing I could find to the pear that's usually in there is the Melmidori. And then you just top it with a little bit of orange juice, and finally we get
or you could top it with pineapple juice.
Yeah, I was thinking pineapple juice.
you know what, at the end of the day, guys, I don't mind changing it up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you have the orange and the blue, so you could do pineapple because that's also in the fruit cocktail.
Well, you know what? Again, it's called a Frankenstein for a reason.
Whatever you got on hand.
Uh-huh.
So whatever we got on hand, we mix together, and you put all the parts together, and we'll see what happens.
Must be had pineapple juice though.
I do. Kitty Cat, am I making you one process? You're thinking about it. You know you are. You liked it last time. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Ah, shame. And yes, I try to keep it as professional as possible, so we do use the jigger. Yeah. You'd be surprised. To the cherry.
But you didn't fill it up.
Hmm?
You didn't fill it up. The little jigger.
Yeah. It,
No, you didn't.
all the way to the top.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, boom.
There's about a meter left.
Everybody's a critic. Mm. Did I meet your standards on this
Just a
one?
little bit.
What's he saying?
Pirates won 10-1 today.
I don't. What the hell game was I watching then? Because they were. It was like 2-6 at one point, and then I looked away for just 1 second, turned back around, and it was 9-6. It's against Arizona. Still waiting for Arliss to tell us what's going on in that crazy world of music. By the way, guys, since I got sidetracked, next on the list was the Blue Curacao, which anyway, I definitely have to make a run tomorrow at some point. We are almost completely out. And then for the pear, you'd be surprised. Trust me. Ooh. Some people. We do the 1001, 1002, 1003. Ooh, my goodness. Now there might be enough for you, kitty cat. And then, her favorite part. And she hates when I do shit like this.
You are not hungry. Don't.
Thank you.
Better looking.
Especially when I'm this close.
Better looking. Where do you think you got it from?
She's older than you, and that movie probably almost came out before you.
Nope.
No,
Came out after me. You know, I'm sure Pee Wee Herman's looking down on us going, I did that sometime when I got arrested. What else are you supposed to do in an adult theater, though? I mean, there's a reason they show those movies. Yeah. All right. This is the fruit cocktail. And yes, most of my drinks always come out.
Scream.
How good am I? Look at that. Right up to the top. Oh, but what would be a cocktail?
Brown. I don't like them. I mean, okay, for decorator.
You haven't had yours forever, so let's get. Oh.
What?
Mm-mm.
Shut up! It took me a minute.
Dave.
You are.
Oh, God
Always
almighty.
have been.
I was the creepy little cousin.
He is not little. I'm not even 40 yet. How old are you?
Oh, enough to know the difference.
Exactly.
So on that note, this, oh sweet cousin of mine, is the fruit cocktail. You know.
It's disgusting.
The pineapple juice does not work.
No.
I'm just kidding. It's not disgusting.
The pineapple juice does not work. It does not have the.
Bad. It's definitely a lady's drink. The sweet fruitiness that most women like. It's not.
I need to go ahead and just stick with the orange juice.
I think it's the melon. I do. The quote unquote pear that you've been saying. It's melon, actually.
Well, I mean,
Melon and pear are not the same thing.
it's the closest thing I've got. I don't think of anything else otherwise.
I think pear would have lightened it up a little bit versus.
Apparently, somebody's going to sit there and bogart my drink for a while. She's still trying to figure out whether she likes the pineapple or not.
It's because it's not terrible, but it's not. It's
The pineapple just ruins it. It really does. It doesn't ruin it.
other
She's
than-
right. It's not horrible, but it definitely does not taste like a fruit cocktail like the one did. So she's
Oh, well, we don't waste alcohol. Or anything.
no, we do not. Ugh. So, cuz, who has survived the tornadoes that we've had in the past, a lot of people online have been just going nuts over all the different storms. She's in that fun area of the belt. That is more, actually, I think you guys were more likely to get a tornado than what we were down there in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, how's your time up here back in good old northwestern PA?
Very busy. There's a lot of people to see and a lot of things to do in the short amount of time that we're here.
And the last thing you expected was to be online talking to a whole bunch of strangers you don't even know.
Yeah. It was. I thought I was just coming to, observe.
I mean, like I said, I didn't twist your arm. You didn't have to, but I do appreciate that you did because now we can pick and go. And hopefully we don't bore somebody too much, on their phone.
That was an update from one of my children.
So when I take my shots, I really do. But trust me, she is armed, and she is not afraid to use it.
No, I am not. And actually, keep up the Silver Fox comments and the big bricks coming out.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna be able to call you Silver Fox for much longer.
Probably, because I don't know. They're there, whether or not it
Yeah,
gets
at that
done or
point you
not.
give up. It's like when you're in your 30s or something. That's when I started getting mine. I was like, oh my god,
I gave up a while ago, but it was one of those things where I was doing fine with it. Yeah. I
Until
like
he
this,
wanted to
I
open
like
his
this.
mouth.
Yeah, I was doing fine with it. My husband wasn't even mentioning it because he's got a lot in his goatee, and I love it.
Yeah.
And it's not gray; it's white, and it's just I
There
love
comes
it.
an age where it's like
But
what you would have thought 20 years ago was like, oh, no. It like grows on you. You're just like,
our local one of our local stores is going out of business, and they had massive clearance, and I was walking through with my son. It was a Mom and Riley kind of thing, and we're walking through, and 70% off, really? I got a bottle for $2.
Nice.
Oh, heck yeah!
I usually hit up the local
I got
beauty
3.
college.
I got 3 of them.
I hit up the local beauty college because I'm telling you what, if you want quality stuff, go to students because they're doing this for grade. They're doing this to really prepare for their career, and they will go the extra mile. So I just hit up the beauty colleges. They do a great job.
We should
And
ask.
it's cheaper.
We should ask Jason what
Oh,
he
it's
does
cheaper.
to for his grade.
I almost, as as a joke, I almost got you a bottle of something as well, but I was nice.
Oh, hair remover.
Little
What?
game for men.
We'll leave that one alone.
You have more than some people in our family.
I have more than most on both sides of the family.
Yeah.
If you were, when was the last time you got to see Josh or Mark?
Mark, I think your wedding. I think. I don't know, a while ago.
He was there. He showed up late.
And Josh, I can't even remember.
Well,
Oh, were they? No, they were here for Grandma's 90th.
Mark was not. Mark was here for.
No, Mark wasn't. But
No,
Josh.
Josh.
was.
I think Josh was up here.
Yeah.
Mark, you missed out. Not this past Thanksgiving, but the one before.
Mhm.
Actually, kind of surprised everybody with Miss
Yeah,
Charity.
yeah, I did see pictures on Facebook.
And yeah, I'm the only one that still has a full head of hair, even though I shaved mine down.
So it didn't come from the Shire side.
Didn't come from the Angel side either.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now. You know, someday, if I'm lucky, there is a hairstyle I'm just absolutely dying for. It's all the craze, and we can just ask Blue about it.
What?
It's very popular now.
hmm Everybody's doing it.
That's the give up side.
See, I like to pick on her about the silver hair, and she seems to forget that I'm not exactly
Oh,
one
it's
color
all over
myself.
here.
Huh?
Yeah, you might have shaved it.
Oh, it's up there. Trust
Yeah.
me. I wake up in the morning and I'll go like this or something like that, and you can always feel them. They're always nice and coarse, and
It's because you don't have any
then
hair.
I'm that guy that I'll pluck them out quick, but I'm fair haired to begin with, so you can't see it all that much. It's weird. Blonde hair, blue eyes, everything else comes in like reddish tint.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah.
She's being very nice right now. I can see it in her face.
We're
Totally
gonna
very
call it Gandalf. It's gonna be Gandalf the Grey Bush here in the near future. No, but she was gonna give me Rogaine, so I mean, I know hair remover works. I wonder what would happen if I Rogained it. What is it with everybody? I'm the only one that like mutes my phone. Okay, no, I'm sorry, kitty cat did. Lady Jesus.
Mine is always muted.
It's always a pain. Sooner or later, he's gonna get on live, and he'll forget to turn it down. Always does for some reason, even though repetitively.
Well, up until today, I didn't think it was that popular, but now everybody wants to text me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's because this right here. You're
Oh,
not.
no,
You are worldwide. Believe it or not, we've got followers in Canada. According to the analytics, we have them in Sweden,
nice.
North and South Africa. We are global. Now, if I could just ever get those people over there in Ireland.
We have a few more than those.
Like who?
People, just
Yeah,
people.
she's gonna pull them out. She's gonna pull it up now. I think we have some in Great Britain. Every now and then, it's fun. Africa, North, South Africa. No. You have it in both.
We're getting down to specifics of it.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, yeah, that actually is good. It's just like growing on
Now
me.
it's growing on you.
It is
Yeah.
growing on me.
You had to get a few drinks.
Oh, wait till the next one I make. See, I'm gonna make one of my specials. No, I'm not gonna make the River Rush tonight. No, because I'm running very low on my ingredients. But with it being summertime, one of my favorite summertime drinks is the Bahama Mama, and
Yeah, those are good.
this one's mine.
Yeah.
And I am an absolute wizard at it. You will not find a better one. Oh, that one she will have.
She's just-
You're driving. Jesus is looking for the holy water.
Uh-huh. Lady Jesus is over there praying for her.
There it is. No, but so tomorrow, I'm loving. We always have a good time when you're in town, and I'm especially looking forward to tomorrow. Is everybody going to be on time tomorrow night? By the way. Oh wait, no.
No.
Oh, the baccalaureate.
Yeah, baccalaureate.
So I don't. I think mine is going to forego it.
Yeah, I don't think he was planning on going.
Well,
We
mine wasn't planning on going either.
did they win today?
Nothing.
Oh,
Beautiful service, beautiful ceremony. Lots of people we knew. But
Would have been
just
better
to
if
see
the
him,
kid could have went
but
there. Yeah.
just to see him with his class was yeah. But he wasn't going to go tonight, and he wasn't going to go tomorrow night either. And I opened my mouth and inserted foot the other day to him. I didn't graduate. I didn't get to go through all of these different things, so I didn't understand what it all entailed. So he's doing first with mommy.
so is there kind of a little bit vicarious in this? Yeah, it's understood. I mean, there are certain things. No, I will not pick on, but no, that's kind of cool. And if you ever get the opportunity to meet the kids, which I'm sure you will Friday, I love them all. Her youngest, no, yeah, Liz is the youngest, is she not? She actually gets on here and give me drink recipes.
She,
Oh.
oh, I love her. I love her. So they were doing the Long Island iced tea. I don't do tequila. No tequila. So she sent us the Miami
Mhm.
iced tea.
And what's that make?
That was good.
Like I said, I mean, not a.
You're gonna need to get one.
We
of those
actually changed the
both
recipe
things.
tonight just to see what the
well,
kind
that's
of.
why I started putting them in these, because I actually have a Rolodex thingy at home that these will actually
Yeah.
go. But the Miami.
So while she is looking that up, and
Vodka, rum, gin, blue,
of course,
sweet and sour, and top it with lemon soda.
Oh, interesting.
oh,
That
she's
sounds
good.
good.
It
Yeah,
was
that
definitely.
sounds really good.
It was definitely the. Maybe we'll just go that direction then. Why the hell not? She'll be happy with either one.
A
She,
little
you know,
less on the sour.
little
Yeah,
less on
a
sour.
little less on the sours.
Okay, so I think by the time we got to like the second or third one, well, okay, let me rephrase that. By the time I got to my second and third one, the jigger went out the window and I started just kind of free pouring. And at that point, there was, as hard as I was trying, and I was not, to be fair, I was not wasted that night, but I did have a really strong, happy smile on my face. And I slept with I slept like a champ that night.
Yeah.
But
See, when I drink a lot, I don't sleep well at all. I'll sleep good for a few hours and I'm up. I can't. I don't know why. I've always been that way.
do you think maybe what you drink?
I don't know. I have to pay attention.
Because, normally this right here, I don't touch. This does bad things to me. Me and Red Stag have a very bad history together. And I first came into contact with Red Stag from another, Jesus God, everybody up here is either named Steve or Jason or, is a common name. So I was, we had all gotten together to go see a friend of ours who's in a band. And Jason that night kept bringing me shot after shot after shot after shot of Red Stag. And by the end of the night, it hadn't ended well. Two things happened. I take things very personally, or I get violent. So that one we take very
Cautious.
very cautiously, very cautiously. And the only reason I added it is because I could have put grenadine in here, but that's got a very good. I mean, and that's not to say it's not good. I mean, it's smooth for a Jim Beam, for a whiskey, but that cherry flavor, I don't know what quite it is, but something about that one gets on top of me. And I have noticed that not so much the sweet drinks, but like the sweet liquors. Now, you do know there's a difference between liquor and liqueurs. So,
I'm not a big liqueur fan. But I like to keep things simple. I have like whiskey, rum, brandy, bourbon, something with some Coke, and I'm good.
these right here are just used for mixers. I
Yeah.
don't do shots with them. No, it's not to say I haven't shot them before, only because you have to know the flavors.
Mhm.
And that's the only way you're going to get any type of idea on what to do.
Yeah.
But like I can put up with flavored
Mhm.
whiskeys, but when I start getting into like Southern Comfort, Goldschlager, Fireball whiskey, which again it does say cinnamon whiskey. Let's call it what it is, guys. It's cinnamon liqueur. There are such things as cinnamon whiskeys. Fireball's not one of them, but that's again my opinion. Cool. So, anyways, yeah. If I take it easy and I can stick to my proper, if I stick to Maker's Mark, I'm even good. Unfortunately, she can't do tequila. I can. Even that does okay, but when I start getting into those other ones, like I said, Southern Comfort, anything that's overly sugary, I think that might be what the problem with this one is. That's when I start having all sorts of issues, sleep wise, whatever. Of course, then again, they've also seen it a couple times now, where I'll come in here and I'll hit it, and before you know it, that gray couch just is so comfortable. I think at one point they were trying to record me snoring the one night.
We could have did that just a little while ago.
Well,
Wow. And you wanted to laugh at me because your daughter said that I had dozed off during Moana 2.
the other reason I laughed is because
And 5 minutes later, there you were. Like, son.
that's not why I was laughing. It wasn't the fact you were falling asleep, because I was already falling asleep. It was the fact that she's kind of like me, whereas she had you wrapped around her finger.
Yeah, she does.
And she was so intent on, oh, watch this movie with you, watch this movie, and then she turns around and you're. Because I even looked over and I could see you kind of. Which
I cannot watch a movie anymore without falling asleep. I've gotten to that age. I sit down for too long and too quiet, and I'm out. So, like, I have a best friend, and she's like, you could literally sleep anywhere. I'm like, yeah, actually. Like, if I sit there long enough and it's quiet, I'm out.
wait till you get to 40, and then all the aches and pains start kicking
I
in,
already have them.
and you can't, like there's certain couches I can't sleep on. You wake up and the whole side of your body's numb,
Yeah.
and so we welcome to the show. We squirrel so easy.
You're like an hour late on Welcome to the Show. You were doing that the first 30 seconds we were on.
It is all over the place. There's never really a topic. Again, the whole point of the show is just sitting at the bar bullshit. And
Sometimes
just
that's how the best conversations come about, though. They just kind of flow from one topic to the next.
and the best part is, trust me, this will open you up.
Oh, I love some.
I'm talking about all of it.
Well, no,
So we actually did. I went out, I seen it, and I knew she'd said she liked it, so I got her the Crown Peach. And next thing you knew, we did do a couple shots, and then before you knew it, I was mixing drinks. So, I'll tell you what. You want to see somebody funny? Vodka.
Oh, no.
It's because I don't drink on a regular basis.
And automatically she gets defensive. Like I was picking on her. When, in all honesty, I was commenting. I was complimenting, because normally when she talks real low, just loud enough. You give her a couple of things of
She really opens
vodka.
up.
Oh man, it's all day, all night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just not in the happy way for Blue. Blue is the nickname for what happens when it doesn't happen. Love you, buddy. Hey, and she can even vouch for it. I've hooked him up in the past. We are changing lives on this show. So, on that note, let's go ahead and hit that next break. And we'll go ahead and drop the link and see if anybody wants to jump on here. I don't know who all's. Old Man Thunder always comes on like the last part. He's a gentleman. Like I was saying earlier, it's weird how, Facebook's our big one. But in recent months, we have been getting a lot of algorithm going on YouTube. So we're getting a lot of people show up on YouTube, and they're saying it's
we
just.
had to go do a whole new YouTube, so now we have to wait for the algorithm to kick in.
I don't think it's going to take too long because our subscriptions are going through the roof right now. Albeit we just opened it last week. We only have 10, but I mean, it didn't take long for people to find it. So cheers to that. So I was telling you earlier. Oh, wait. I think she changed her mind. Where are we going?
I was looking for a specific one. I'm having a problem seeing the screen.
And this is before the drink. So while she's looking, borrow his.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
No, I'm actually really excited about tomorrow. I've never been to the Andy Warhol Hall. I've heard of both, actually. The Andy Warhol Museum. Obviously, I've been across the bridge, but I've never been to the museum, and that is one of the places they are going tomorrow. And we actually got it straight from the boss's mouth. I guess I'm going. So I get to go and check this out and give a little bit of a tour guide of North Shore, and I might even take them over towards that famous Cathedral of Learning.
Yeah,
Over there
that seems
near-
really interesting.
Over there near it, you know what I'm talking about? Big building, looks like a giant church, and I think it's some
Well,
I think it's the second.
cheerleaders over on Liberty. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking my boy in there. You can sit in the car if you want, or you're more welcome. It's cheese strings and pasties because it's in city limits. It's 18 and older too, if I'm not mistaken. I know where we're going for lunch.
Paying?
Huh?
Huh?
With my paying?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I will.
For the subscription at lunch.
Get him his first lap dance.
Oh gosh. I would go in there for that one. You can see his face.
Sarah would kill you.
No, she wouldn't either. She would get the biggest kick out of that. You know she
She'd
would.
probably say, make sure you get it on video.
Oh God. All right, what do we got going on here? Okay, so this is the band I told you we just interviewed recently. This is a group of guys out of Savannah, Georgia, who are up for a lot of the same awards that the Southern Outlaws are up for right now. So, a good friend of ours had a good time. This is Delta Circle with Here's to a Small Town. Guys, we'll be right.
Here's to the ones working hard all week, making this the land we love. Here's to the ones behind the scenes, making this town shine like gold. We crank it up and play it loud. where Mama taught me how to pray. The place where we know y'all by name. The place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell was more than any other way. Here's to a small town. We kick up dust on Friday nights. Live it up under neon lights. We sneak our bottles to the game and wear their red and black with pride. The place we lay our heads at night. The place I learned to cuss and fight. The place where Mama taught me how to pray. The place where we know y'all by name. The place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell was more than any other way. Here's to a small town. Been gone so long on the road, now it's time to come home. To see those red dirt roads I used to roam. The place we lay our heads at night. The place I learned to cuss and fight. The place where Mama taught me how to pray. The place where we know y'all by name. The place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell was more than any other way. Here's to a small town. Here's to a small town.
Shut up, different song.
All right. Well, Mr. William is busy being bartender, fixing stuff.
Something.
It's not as
So
easy
you're
as
in
it looks, is
Tennessee?
it, huh?
I'm right on the Tennessee-Kentucky line. My mom got stationed at Fort Campbell, so we're right there.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it can be. Minus all the floods in 20. We've been fortunate though. Most of the big damage has been in eastern Kentucky this year, so. But we've had a lot of people affected. I work at a hospital. We have remote doctors. Some of them live out there. So, yeah. But overall, it's not a bad area. We've had a lot of growth, economic growth, and companies coming in. So we've expanded. Had a lot of big businesses coming in. Yeah. But the infrastructure haven't trouble.
Yeah.
With as fast as it's growing. But I mean, you welcome the businesses. You still welcome the traffic.
Yeah, I get that. So I was born and raised here,
Mhm.
and this is huge compared to what I grew up with.
Oh yeah.
Like growing up, the outlet mall wasn't there.
Mhm.
None of those businesses were out there. We had one little store out there.
And bars.
This was a dry town.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah. We're not including that in this conversation. Yes, so.
On attention board.
So
We talked about those earlier.
I like my little town
Yeah.
to an extent. There's always problems with
Oh,
little
yeah.
towns because, there's nothing to do in a little town, so everybody is in everybody's business. You think more it grows and more people move in, more businesses and more this, okay, it's going to be great. That just teaches the new people coming in how to be in your business just as more, if not, So there's positives and negatives to it, but so there's positives and if
At what-
Blue would ever learn how to
At what
control
point do we
himself,
say it's not an accident anymore? When you burn your hand, how many times do you have to piss on the seat before you realize, hey,
silent.
put it up?
I don't know why it was on silent.
Yeah, keep yourself occupied. Woo! All right, guys. So, I've been to do this one. Oh, I gotta make you one. I do apologize. So one more time with
the noise making.
the ice. You know what's funny about this? And I said this with my sister too when she was on here. If you had seen me and this girl growing up, and trust me, we spent a lot of time together. There was
Change.
Yes, in a positive way. But yeah, I couldn't stand it.
I'm still a pain in the ass. I'm still annoying. But you weren't the biggest sweetheart yourself.
Oh no, I'll admit it. I was a complete brat. I was. I don't know why Grandpa and Grandma would switch me more when I would come up and visit.
Oh, I got the spoon. I got the switch. I got the,
I got threatened with it. I think
Yeah.
I was one of the only grandkids that Grandpa ever cussed at.
But no. Oh, no.
he cussed at you?
Oh,
That
yeah.
doesn't shock
Grandpa was a, love him to death, R.I.P. But, man, he was the true definition of best friend or worst enemy. He would do anything for everybody, had the world's best laugh, loved kids. But I tell you what, when it came down to business, trust me, he was old school.
me. Yeah, Mom tells me all the time, all he had to do was give you the look. And you just knew that you were in trouble.
So for this particular one, I actually, believe it or not, the other night, I don't know what it was. And I even said on live that I did not like it with spiced rum. But for some reason, I felt like it tasted better. I don't know if it was the particular brand, but I made two the other night. The first one was the best one. It, because I switched up. Maybe because the other one is black rum and not just regular rum. You're supposed to use clear rum when you do this, but hey, it's by choice. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. We're going to have to do this. One. She's watching me and making sure I don't overpour her. Blue, don't look what happens tonight, I promise. I tell you what, if you ever want to talk sports, that man right over there is. If it wasn't actually, Kitty Cat and Blue here were two of the first people to actually join us on our sports night.
We can tell you stats from before he was born. But in order to remember our children's birthdays, I had to have them tattooed on them.
The important things stick.
And our
When you have a wife
anniversary,
that can remind you.
our anniversary
Well,
isn't tattooed on them, but luckily our oldest was born the day after our 2-year anniversary, so he just has, the day before 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I turned 13, my mom forgot my birthday.
Oh,
And I was very upset because I'm like, I'm 13, I'm finally a teenager, and she forgot it. So I stormed out of the house. It's January, it's snowy, and it's cold. I stormed out of the house, and just to piss her off, I got a cat. One of my friends they had a lot of cats. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get a cat. And I came home with the cat, and I mean, like, what did she say at that point? You forgot my birthday. So, yeah. And now, sometimes I forget my own.
So
I'm
for
just at
you,
the point where I don't care no more.
I was just getting ready to say, so for you right now, does that mean birthdays are just another day?
Yeah.
For me, I still celebrate. I don't care whose it is. I want to celebrate everybody's birthday. And no, that doesn't mean drink and party. This last year, well, we did, was it a 3-way, 4-way birthday party that night? 4 people in one night had a January birthday.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, and they're all right in a row.
Yeah.
Our list is the 13th. Blue is the 15th.
Do you have your birthday tattoo too?
G.
No.
I can remember that one. Yeah. Occasionally. That one sometimes I have to remind. Do you know what tomorrow is? Look at the date, honey. I just had a recipe sent to me.
who do we got in chat? I'm actually kind of surprised.
It's not
Normally
there,
on
it's on
Wednesday,
mine.
Huh?
It's not there, it's on me. 1 ounce vodka, 1 ounce Bailey's, 1 ounce cream de mint. We don't have.
Cream de mint. So there is shopping in the near future. There's a lot of stuff we need to get. You name it, we've got it. We've got Irish cream. We got warm chata. I mean, if you can't find it in here,
Drugstore.
well, you can do that too. So here's the fun part. A lot of people think you add grenadine for the flavor. You don't. Grenadine gives it that. What's this? Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Boom.
So yeah, ours is the 13th, Blues is the 15th,
No cherry, right?
Steve's is the 16th, and Bill's is the 19th. So it was just boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
So this, I have to say it this time because I was joking around at one time and she happened to be standing right there. I was like, man, you're my favorite cuz. And out of the, I didn't even know she was standing behind me. Next thing I know, I hear, well, thanks.
Who are you talking
That was the 90th birthday party.
to? Okay.
So there was a lot of cousins there that
There
day.
was. I think everybody was able to make it except for my brother and there's Mark.
Mark did not make it. No, Josh did all the cooking. There you go, young lady. This is the Bahama Mama without the cherry on top, obviously, but you always do that.
Sorry.
Well, pull your pants back up and she'll quit. Dude, nobody's
I'm on
safe.
Tic Tac now.
Nobody's safe. Dude, no, okay, our boy Blue is hung like a buck gerbil.
Fuck you.
We can't say it's fucking shit like that on here. Leave it alone. Cheers. This is the Bahama Mama. This is one of my specialties. Here you go, young lady.
The other one was good after 2 or 3 drinks, but this.
I've never fucked up a Bahama Mama. And what drives me nuts about them is if you go to, like, especially a fancy restaurant, they want to add like bitters and all this other stuff. Guys, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Orange juice, pineapple juice, coconut, and rum. Simple.
Yeah, don't get too fancy. You ruin it.
And then what's fun, if you want to get fancy, add the grenadine. It gives it that nice little red tint in the bottom. The only thing I am going to complain about, I didn't want to overpower because Parrot Bay is one of the more stronger coconuts. Pop the top on that bad boy and smell it. It is my all-time favorite coconut rum. Now, a lot of people say Malibu. That right there.
Oh, it's definitely stronger than Malibu.
So you have to be careful with it. So when I mix this one, instead of doing equal amounts, I did 2 and 1. When I say 2 and 1, 2, 1 of the coconut, and I think I probably could have got away with 3. So that's my only complaint, but I am my own worst critic when it comes to these things. Oh, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
I was missing something.
I just wanted to see if anybody was going to say anything, and no, this you actually came on here on an easy night when we don't have. We've had nights where it's just absolutely blowing up on there, and truth be told, and I don't blame her on this one. You know, we've talked about it a couple times, but you know, I usually, you know, because I can see all the messages, and I respond to them. Certain ones we will, you know, we can post and put on screen. But most of the time, you know, this is a weird night. Like even Tim, like out of nowhere, just, you know, what did he do? Go back to sleep? Arliss, I'm not surprised. He's busy right now. There's one person in particular, and we're gonna knock on wood right now.
Yeah, he's not on here.
And he
Thank you.
He's probably gonna go back and watch this like, yeah. We like him. But damn, I tell you what, the only time, and I've already said this to him, I think, when he hits the tequila,
Oh yeah.
that's when the real fun starts kicking in. He can keep up with us beer for beer, but when he starts hitting the tequila, that's when we'll call him San Antonio for right now. That's when it comes out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is Wednesday. No, he's. We had a hell of a night Monday night. We do sometimes have what we call an after party. So when the live's over, sometimes the people that are on here, they'll stay on. But we're not live anymore, so we all just kind of sit around bullshit and talk and joke and whatnot. But one of the things I like to do is when somebody comes on here, they subscribe to us, they follow us, so they come on here, they come on live, or they at least respond to us, or, you know, what's a good way to put it? They involve themselves.
Mhm.
Then you return the favor. So our friend out of Florida, Old Man Thunder, was doing a live after the fact. So that was somewhat of our after party, and I tell you what, it went off the fucking rails. It didn't take long. And where is Bobby tonight? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't been posted.
He was over there.
We need to get him at the bar sometime. Bobby will drink, but he does it so sparsely. You know. Well, not even when it hits. I've never seen him drunk. I've never seen him. Nah, he's one of those cool, laid back.
Back in the day, though, high school.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Jesus God, you know, back in the day in high school, Kat would have competition on the vodka.
Yeah.
As a favorite.
Inside the water bottle.
Nice.
I'm going to tell you right now, Little Miss Brooke was notorious for coming in to school
Really?
somehow either in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and you could smell it on her,
Oh yeah, me too.
or in the evening. She would come in, you know, we'd hang out afterwards, and of course, I mean, it's no secret, me and Brooke dated back in the day. So,
Nuh-uh. I
You didn't
did
know
not
that?
Know that? No. Okay.
love you, Josh. You know he knows this.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. So back in high school, this is before Josh was in high school. Interesting. No, I dated Brooke. Me and her were an item. We were an item for a little while. It lasted for a bit, and it didn't end the best. And it wasn't because her and I. Truth be told, me and her mom did not. Her mom liked me, but her mom was. They were also fresh off her husband dying, her dad dying, so she was a little bit on the protective side. But at the same time, she wasn't in the right state of mind. She was, and I learned all this years later when I got an apology. So, in all honesty, the night before I broke up with Brooke, her mom threatened to call the cops on me for kidnapping. So what had happened was we were in the Boyers area, and we were at her mom's friend. They were having a cookout. Her brother had already pissed me off something fierce. Her brother was a shithead. He's gotten better, but he's still a shithead.
Like you.
No,
No. Okay.
I'm a nice guy.
I like how you took a drink after you said that.
I did.
Yeah.
Had to wash the taste out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Not well. Damn, that went sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, girl. No, anyways, how do you think she got through school?
Good thing those guys don't watch the show.
The bad culprit. She's pitching like the Pirates now. No, but anyways, so we did this cookout. Her brother had already pissed me off, and then her mom was not being really cool to me. The woman of the house, the friend, they were all really standoffish, real rude. Trust me, her brother finally pushed me over the edge, and we left. More so because Brooke wanted to go home. She was tired of everybody being assholes.
Yeah.
Brooke was supposed to know the way home. Next thing I know, I see a sign that says Montauk. I'm like, okay, so we are not
Where we're supposed to.
this is not where we're supposed to be. Now, this is before smartphones. This is before, this is back when you still had to print out MapQuest.
Yeah.
And so we found a way to get her back home. Now it's already dark. I'd say it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I pull into the driveway, and her mom comes flying out of the house, goes over, rips the door open, pulls Brooke out, jumps in my passenger seat and says, "You need to get the fuck out of here. I called the cops. You're lucky you're not getting arrested right now for a kidnapping." Gets out, slams my door, and drags Brooke into the house. And that was the final straw for me. So years later, we won't dig too deep into a lot of the personal stuff, but yeah, I still like to have fun with them every now and then. Like I'll be like, "Hey, so Josh, how's my ex?" I do. Which, if since I gave that, at one point, Sarah dated Mark back in the day.
Way. Now, is this when everybody was in Tennessee?
Yes.
Small town.
See, now the thing of it is, I had already moved back up here
Oh, okay.
when she started dating Mark. And I guess it wasn't very long. It didn't last. So, it got to a point where only so many times I was like, "Hey Josh, so how's my ex? How's things going with my ex?" So and that's when Brooke finally popped up one day, and I gotta give her credit for this, and it was a good one, shut me down. She goes, "So how's Mark's ex?" Touche.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh man, I think back to some of those days. Like I said, I love reminiscing, and I can remember one time with you. Actually, it was kind of funny. This was back when you were such a sweet child day. We were all swimming, and we love Uncle Ed,
Yeah.
but he has always been an instigator.
Yes, he has.
Always. And that was one of the days he was gassing you and I up. More so you. I don't know why, but he was gassing you up. And I will never forget, you splashed me for some reason. I turned around and splashed back, and literally she went down, got a mouthful of water. I didn't even have time. She goes, full on, mouthful of water in my end.
Was that the same day that you got pushed in the pool?
No, I remember that one.
I think every single one of us got pushed in the pool with something at some point.
I mean, being pushed in the pool was notorious. I'm still trying to figure out why he did this. But you talk about the time I tore out of there with my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Oh, you were.
Oh, I was livid. Oh, at the
Mostly
time,
because your phone was in your pocket.
well, not only was my Nextel in my pocket, I don't know how the hell it didn't get wet, but I had a pager. Remember the pagers? The Motorola pagers? That was on the side. And the only reason I looked in the pool is because I could see him actually throwing my shoes in.
Mhm. I don't remember
So the reason I went to the edge of the pool was I got told that he had thrown my shoes in.
that. Mhm.
So I went
So he didn't
over,
really do it.
and no, he didn't throw the shoes in.
Okay.
But I went over and I crept and I looked just enough, and then it hit me all at once what was about to happen. By the time I turned around, here comes my uncle, full head of steam, runs over and just goes boom. And to this day, I still, when I think of that story, I'm like, why? Where was the humor in that?
Sometimes some people have fun with it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got pushed in the pool. I don't think I had my phone.
Yeah, I think that was the only.
I think Johnny even got in on the pushing people in the pool too.
Johnny was another
Yeah.
one. Oh, Uncle Johnny. He wasn't as bad though,
No.
but oof. But to be fair, I blame a lot of the stuff on Jason.
Why? He was hardly ever around.
Oh, Jason was always around.
Maybe when you came, I was probably just the annoying big
You weren't there. Were you there the day he shot the tadpole in the head with his pellet gun?
No.
And this wasn't even a small tadpole. We're talking, this thing was like this. It was, it was just shy of having legs. And he shot this damn thing and then came over, and I'm trying to remember the cousin, the red-haired cousin that we got. Amber was just telling me about it, but yeah, he walked gingerly. Trust me. No, Jason came up to the side of the pool. We knew he'd been down there because he was chasing people with him. And into the pool, he throws this dead tadpole. But he used to instigate Uncle Ed something bad.
Really?
Duchess
Yeah.
was part pit.
Yeah.
And Uncle Ed never acknowledged that and hated that part.
Oh, Grandma would have freaked.
So Jason would go over and say, "Oh, your dog's a pit bull,"
Mm-hmm.
just to egg him on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we became collateral damage back in the day.
See, I didn't know. I never really paid attention to that. I just know that you used to get on my nerves so bad.
Do tell.
Yeah, you used to get on my nerves so bad that whenever Grandma would tell us that you guys were coming, Amber and I would like stand in the front door at the front window and the bay window. And when we would see your car coming up, we would go and try to hide. But the best hiding spot I was scared of is that little teeny tiny closet thing in the upstairs bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Yeah, it freaks me out. Even to this day, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. And yeah, I used to try to hide from you. Of course, the first thing you do is where the
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But I wasn't the only one. Me and Jake were like notorious for becoming. We were the guerrilla terrorists of the group. Jake being the extended family.
Yes.
He was my stepbrother at the time.
I tolerate him, but
Jake was also that devious one. He was the one that he would go along with everything, but he would always find a way to make sure he came out smelling like a
Yeah,
rose.
yeah.
And then Mandy, the little, yet another instigator.
But she came out as a princess.
Ah, Daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
Could do no wrong, and Drew was always the quiet one.
He was.
What can you say about my brothers, though? I mean, they really never caused any
No,
problem.
that was you. You
I
were
was
for
the
Yeah.
I was the wild child. Yeah,
everybody.
wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Where's your mother when we need commentary?
Mom's been known to come on here every now and then.
Has
Her and
she?
Sonny. Oh yeah, they'll pop on here and man, it's amazing. You know, I think back. I don't think back on those days like in a bad way.
No.
I really don't. You know, it's something I love laughing about it today.
Yeah.
I really do. And, you know, like I've shared stories. Oh my God. I don't know much about what, you know, you did as a kid outside of grandma's. But my favorite story to tell is, again, weird how it always involves Jake. It was, and I've told this story, it was spring thaw. It was late April, going into May, and this is when we were living in Harmony. Me and Jake decided one time we were going to we wanted to do a rafting trip. We wanted to find something, a boat, anything, and go on the water. We came across the burn pile that had a mattress and a box spring on it. And I'd already found, I'd found this stick. It wasn't a stick. It was a piece of bark off a tree, but it was shaped perfect. It was literally this big, and it came down to a perfect triangle at the bottom. So we had a paddle.
Mhm.
So we carried this thing down there, and we knew about a log, and the log floated for a little bit, but it was open on both ends. So, I mean, it would float, but when we go to step on it, obviously it sank. So then we went back to this burn pile. We threw the mattress on there. This is in the Connor Crescent. Again, spring thaw. It wasn't exactly the warmest.
Right.
Threw it out there. It immediately takes off. So we got to
Yeah,
chase
right.
this damn thing down, and was able to get a stick out there, pull it back in, and I'm the first one to try it. I step on it, and it's okay. Oh, well, it's not sinking, so I climb out there. It's good. Jake does the same thing. He tests it a little bit. He gets on it, and away we go. And literally, we were so excited. I remember it so vividly. I'm paddling at first. I'm like, yeah, we're going. And he goes, give me. And so I toss him the stick, and he starts paddling. We're going back and forth. But he's in front. I'm in the back. And he had made his way over, and he kept dipping on the one corner. And I kept saying, don't let the water up and over. I'm not. I'm like, why is the water coming up and over? Sure enough, this damn thing finally waterlogged. We know because the owners of Whiskey Hollow let us know it got stuck on the dam/waterfall just behind the bar. They'd seen it along with the box spring that we tried later on.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't remember too much of them. Like, I was really young. Well, I was probably like 3, 4, 5, maybe.
No, you were older than that.
No, I wasn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
How old were you in '94?
I was about 8.
Okay, then you should remember.
Well, I mean, I remember them, but like a lot of interacting with them, I don't remember. I just know, you remember that black and white family photo that we have? It has like everybody in it, and I think they were
It's somewhere. It sounds
But
familiar.
I mean, I was little. Like my mom could even hold me in that picture. So I mean, I was little for most of the time.
Oh, she
that
couldn't
they
hold
were
you. You weren't that
together.
little.
Fuck you. Yes, I was. I was at one point small. I was at one point.
That was not a weight joke.
And I was shorter than I was, in case you want to go there too.
I'll keep the short jokes to a minimum.
Mhm.
I bet you will. He gets you too?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's an ass.
No, I'm not. I'm humorous.
Hence the stepladder out here
Yeah.
that he had to go in and get and bring out here, and then he took it back to the house, and
Mhm.
I came back over the next day to do more stuff, and he had to go back in and get it, and I was like, dude, I'm short as shit. Leave it out here, so
Yeah.
when I want to get up and do stuff, I don't have to wait 20 minutes for you to go in the house and get it.
Mhm.
Apparently, Sarah's not that tall either, so she needs a step ladder for stuff too. Interesting scenario. She never did get to meet Steve.
No,
Steve didn't need a step ladder.
No, he didn't. I'm 6'9".
Oh my God.
Mhm. Yeah, when he stand up, if he stood up where you're at, he literally, you saw from here down. You didn't see from here up on him, my camera.
Oh wow.
He'd have to go behind the bar
to get
to get into the view.
wow.
I'll see him Friday.
Oh, I'm not going to doubt I'm going to see him Friday, along with other people that are now back on social media. Anyways, moving on. Wasn't a very long blackout.
That reminds me,
Oh boy.
I gotta tell you something later.
Ooh. Well, the good news is, as always, right there as we get closer to the end, see that little eye at the top? Now, that doesn't always tell us how many people is watching. We've found out that just because that eye is showing, you know, that we've got 3 people watching, 4 people watching, whatever. There's been times I've been on there and it's never registered. Or these guys, so at any given time, we have no idea how many people's actually watching. All that aside, it always happens towards the end. That's when people start coming on, and it's just bizarre. It's the fun part about doing the show. You never know what you're gonna get. I can't believe I'm like taking my time on this now.
I can't either. I had to double check earlier.
You
which
never-
one's mine.
So you never. By the way, your beer's sitting back here too. So at the end of the day, you could have finished your version of the story. So I've shared some of the mischievous stuff that I've done.
It's an angel.
That's only because the light's hitting the back of your head and it's showing off the glow. There's no halo there.
Whatever.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
So it mischievous story. Okay.
I sent the bill too.
See, this is where we need grandma. Because she would air all of my business out there.
I mean, I can do it.
And I can tell you right now, I could hear it now. Oh, she was just terrible. That's exactly how she would say.
She always does that little
Yeah.
no, oh my.
Yeah, and shakes her head. Oh, I was a very spoiled, rotten child. I was my mom's oldest, or I was my mom's only until I was like 8. And then, but I was also we have like 2 groups of cousins. We have the first batch, and I was the baby for 8 years. And then we have like the second batch, which includes like all of my younger aunts and then my brother. So there was like this nice long gap where I was just the youngest. So, and my mom was in the military. She was a single mother. So I would have to come up to grandma and grandpa's like when she got deployed or when she would have to go to training or something. But in my eyes, I was still just a baby and I got to do what I wanted to do and all this stuff. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was very.
You were an angel.
Let me introduce you to our daughter.
Yeah.
She's our daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's the youngest.
Mhm.
I have 2 boys and her.
Oh yeah.
But she's also the first granddaughter,
Mm.
and she's the first great granddaughter on both sides of the family in 18 years.
Oh wow. So you know. Okay. Yep.
Oh, keep telling. Go, no. We're rolling down the river. Let's hear it.
I mean, how can I pick just one?
This
horrible
is just one. What's the one that stands
story?
out?
Oh God. Okay.
Me
so
and Jake got our asses beat for the whole river trip.
by who though?
That would be the stepdad.
Okay. See,
Well, okay, so Jake got a couple spanks and I'm the one that got beat, but regardless.
probably because it was your idea.
Believe it or not, Jake.
Okay. But they knew they were okay. This would be a Billy idea. Like this is what.
No.
Okay, so I remember this one time that we had went to flea markets. Guys who love to go to the flea markets with my grandparents, and for some reason I had an obsession with like miniature things, and I found this miniature tea set, and it had just a cup and a teapot with it, and I wanted it so bad. And my grandma and grandpa were like, well, no, you don't need it right now, blah blah blah. Well, my grandpa, I got whisked away and like was with grandma. Well, he bought it, and I didn't know this. And when we went back, it was gone. And I was so angry. Like I was throwing a fit in that car, and I reached up and I like scratched my grandfather's head. Like he was bleeding and everything. I think back to that now, and I'm just like, you are a horrible person. Like
We were kids.
yeah, but I mean that was I would beat my son to death if he would have did something like that. Like, and I still feel guilt about that. But I mean that's the kind of kid I would throw an absolute fit. My grandmother couldn't take me anywhere because I would get lost. Okay, here's it. When we were just talking about this one the other day. So when I think it was when my mom came back from Desert Shield, Desert Storm. We were stationed in Germany. And they sponsored, the military sponsored a trip for her unit to go to Paris.
Oh.
Yeah. So being a single mom, she had to take me. And I think she lost me 2 or 3 times because I just took off and did what I wanted to do. So she literally lost me in Paris and had to find, yeah. Because there was no boundaries for me. I was just, no, I want to do this, I'm going to go. And it's kind of how I still am today, to an extent. Like when I realized I want to go do something, I'm going to go do it. Just like I went to Miami a few years ago. No, it was a last minute thing. I'm like, you know what? I want to go to Miami.
Let's just run.
Yep. So I was like, anybody want to go? No? Okay, good. I'm going by myself. And I did. I took off for like 4 days down to Miami, just doing my own things, what I wanted to do. So like some aspects of me have not changed, but I'm more responsible with it.
You know, you and I were talking a little while ago about, how far back can we actually remember? Come to think of it, I was very mischievous even at a very early age. I swear it's, and both my parents swear they weren't. And that's both, dad and mom swear up and down they were not this way. So I don't know where I got it from. I really don't. But I got it in my head one day that
You're fine, you're bouncing.
anyways, I got in my head that one day I wanted to, I could see the big blue water tower. And I was just gonna go and check it out. Now, bear in mind, Dad was one of the original trailers in Lake Arthur Estates. Back when there was only like 5 or 6 of them. This is before it is what it is today. Like, I think 200 plus, 300 plus trailers. Convenience store, the whole deal.
Right.
So I remember being in the backyard and looking out there and seeing this big blue, so I was like 5, might have been 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere in there, anywhere in that stage. Can't remember when. Mom's sleeping because she's working nights. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go explore. I remember walking. The only part I don't remember the walk to it. But I remember getting to it, going up the hill, and this is before it was all fenced in, and I'm walking circles around this thing, just looking up, and at the time I couldn't even read, so I kept saying the price is right because that was Mom's show.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to find my way back. I ended up, there was 2 ponds on Lake Arthur Estates. And the one was just adjacent to the water treatment. So it was constantly mucky down there.
Yeah.
And here I am, this little kid walking down, not knowing where I'm at. I'm going around the pond. I don't know how the people knew this, but I walk in, I am knee deep in mud. I'm just absolutely filthy. And I remember walking in, I even got a candy bar out of the deal. They called mom to come and get me.
I thought you were going to say you tried to climb the water tower.
No, there was no ladder.
Okay.
At least I don't remember there being a ladder. Still to this
You probably
day.
would have ended up there if there had been.
Maybe. I don't know. But for some reason, I just had it stuck in my head. I'm going to walk to this water tower. And, bear in mind, too, I'm the same kid. I don't know how to work a microwave, but I want hot chocolate. So I put chocolate milk in the microwave, and I just hit buttons, walk away, and just go watch TV. And then
Ew.
I forget about it. I come back, and the microwave was a weird color. I open it up, and the glass and everything on the inside's on fire.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass all the way back in the day.
Yeah.
And she is still holding that brick, just waiting.
She's going to say something stupid. Say something stupid.
So yeah, it's weird how you can, there are certain things I can remember back then, but then there's other stuff that's just like patchy.
Yeah.
But
Are there some things that like our family does not let you live down? It doesn't matter how old you are. So I don't know. I don't think you were there, but I used to love to watch 101 Dalmatians. And I don't know why in my head I thought it was a good idea to put Duchess on the leash in the house and tie her to the grandfather clock.
ooh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. So you've never heard this story?
I have not heard the story.
So I tied her to the grandfather clock and I ran off. Well, of course, she ran right after me. But I didn't go fast enough and the grandfather clock came down on me.
That might explain something.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Continue.
To this day, Ed and Grandma will not let me live that down. Anytime I have a dog on a leash, they'll be, don't tie you to the grandfather clock. I'm like, I'm 39 years old. I was 4. Let it go. They will not let me live that down.
And when you say Uncle Ed, trust me, there's stuff, the famous trip him and I took across country. Trust me, there is a lot. You knew about that.
No, I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
I think I did.
Back in '92, we left from Pennsylvania. And
Dude, I was like 5, 6. I was 6. Go on.
Oh, yeah, he decided to. See, my mom was building up to it. She kept saying, "You need to behave, or I'm not going to let happen what's about to happen." And it just so happened one day we went to a little cafe in Zilly. We're all eating, and I was joking with Uncle Ed. I'm like, "Do you know anything about this?" And he says, "Well, I'm kind of planning this camping trip to California." I'm 12, so
Mhm.
immediately, here come the negotiation skills. Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah.
I promise. I'll do dishes. I'll do. Can I go? What can I do? And he let out that. And we were literally like 2 or 3 weeks away from it. So at that point, why keep it a secret anymore? Yeah, we were going to. He was going to take me to California. It was supposed to be a camping trip. Well, the first night we stopped in Iowa, I got food poisoning. And I literally stayed up all night watching TV, and there's this poor man trying, he's the one driving.
Right.
So he's trying to sleep, and every time I would turn the TV off, it would be just a couple minutes at best, and next thing you know, I'm in the bathroom.
Mm.
all night long. It went like this till finally, I don't know how, I guess just pure exhaustion. I finally fell asleep.
What the hell was that?
I'll take responsibility. Don't worry. You can take the red out of your face.
I have my boots on and I was on my chair.
So the first 2 nights out, were hotel. After that, it became camping.
Mhm.
So we ended up going, we went from Iowa to South Dakota. And before long, I was like, oh, can we stay in a hotel? Can we stay in a hotel? And he's constantly going, no, because he had this little AAA book that had all the campgrounds in each state on the route. And I think maybe twice I did dishes,
Mhm.
but every time I would mess up or do something that would piss him off or something that would annoy him, trust me, he reminds me to this day.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is, whether it be the trip, whether it be, any of the many camping trips before that, or, and obviously we all know Uncle Ed's smart.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the man's highly intelligent, but he would use that to his advantage. It was almost, it wasn't exactly bullying, but it was,
It was borderline.
So, I'd always make bets against him. Sure, I was going to win.
Mhm.
And this is really young me, not even thinking about it. Like, he still to this day will not let me live down. And oh my God, this was what, damn near 30 years ago? I made a bet with him that a salamander was a lizard, not an amphibian. So it's just all stuff like that. So when you say that, it kind of, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it 100%.
No, I don't want to live it down.
Hey, kitty cat,
Yeah.
how were you as a kid?
Don't want to. There's a reason why Elizabeth is called my mini-me.
Mm. I almost want to mic up Blue and see how he was as a kid.
Oh, heck, I was good.
He was, yeah.
I was a
he
church boy.
he was-
I was a
Yeah.
choir boy.
You were
I
altar.
was in the choir too.
Oh, were you altar boy? Catholic church?
Non-denominational.
Elizabeth
I was setting it up for a joke. I was getting ready to.
Elizabeth actually bakes feet.
Don't do that.
Now she's got brain fog
Mm-hmm.
because of gray hair.
Yeah. Wait. You got another one over here. Here, don't forget this one.
She's still holding the cinder block though.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Every time I look at that, the cord coming down from her headset, it looks like a long gray hair, and I keep wanting to pluck it. So on that note, after a few more drinks, we'll talk about that. But anyways, nobody else can see how red her face is right now. Let's go ahead and take our final break of the night, then we'll hit our last shots. Good stuff. Good stuff. What do we got? We are going to do our boy GB3. Gary Burke III with Until We Meet Again. Guys, we'll be right back.
Years he gave his time, breaking through doors and saving lives. A volunteer and a family man, loved fishing ore and no tree stand. Saved his kids and he saved his wife. He gave it all, then he gave his life. We'll never know why he paid the price. A husband's love, a sacrifice. He was a hero, father, a best friend, and a brother. Your first call on a bad night, or was waiting around the bend. You never know why or when. This ain't goodbye, it's until we meet again. A beacon in the darkest night. With every call he came alive. He may be gone, but he'll never die. In every heart his memory lies. Sirens echo in the wind, remind us that we'll meet again. Safe to say that his duty's done. Rest easy, man, your race is won. He's a hero, father, a best friend and a brother. Your first call on a bad night, or last call out of no doubt. I sure miss what should have been. Life was waiting around the bend. Never know why and when. This ain't goodbye, it's until we meet again.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay his life down for his friend.
He was a hero, father, a best friend and a brother. Your first call on a bad night, her last call out of no dive. I sure miss what should have been. Life was waiting around the bend. You never know why or when. This ain't goodbye, it's until we meet. A hero, father, a best friend and a brother. Your first call on a bad night, or last call out of no dive. I sure miss what should have been. Life was waiting around the bend. You never know why or when. This ain't goodbye, it's until we meet again. Till we meet again. Till we meet again. This ain't goodbye. Till we meet again, my friend.
Guys, welcome back, welcome back. It was a reminiscent night, honestly. It was just a super chill, relaxing, you know, somebody's mic. Do me a favor, turn your down. It's yours. So when the mics start to lose power, you get a static sound. So that's how we know to change the batteries. And the fun thing about these, we keep saying we're going to get the rechargeable ones, but Kitty Cat hooked us up with these some months ago. Otherwise, you and I are here talking into mics, like literally have to be like right there. Anybody else see this? This is, I can't remember which is which. I don't think it matters. Have you ever had proper number 12? You know the fighter Conor McGregor?
Yes.
This was his baby for a while. He still had a big part in it, but let me put it this way: he's never going to have to fight again. That man's going to be a millionaire. So.
I think you're back on, right?
Oh yeah, we're back. I thought about doing another one, but I mean, we already got a late jump on it, and we've hit the 2-hour mark. So I think this is as good a time as any. What we do on the show, we like to do what we call the last shot, and we always try to do, we invite everybody to do it. We try to leave on a positive note. Makes sense, again, it goes with the bar theme. You sit down, sometimes you get into it, sometimes you don't, but at the end of the night, you always leave, after a good drink. And so this is that time of the night. Kitty Cat used to come up with some really good ones. Steve tried to turn it into a poem, and we would do background music for it and everything. But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this was everything I hoped it would. I mean, we just kind of, we stayed on script. We went off script, and this was fun. I want to thank you for coming on here and giving me somebody to talk to for a while. Not that I don't get to talk to Kat.
She's ignoring you.
No, she's not. I'm making sure you eyeball me. Where's my brick? Every now and then. No, since I lost my partner in crime, she has become the behind the scenes voice. And we call her Lady Jesus because when we first started doing this, she could be outside smoking, she'd be somewhere else, and we would forget that when the mic's on, you can hear her through the speaker.
Uh-huh.
So we'll be in here
outside,
talking.
They think I'm not paying attention. And all of a sudden, I just start talking. All of a sudden, they're going,
We'd look around like, yes, Lord. And the people, that would come on would, get onto it. So, it's been forever. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I am too. I have not ever really been into downtown Pittsburgh. I remember going to the Children's Museum when I was going to school at Keystone.
Okay.
But I mean, that was many years
Give me
ago.
a pick up, please. I don't want to, right into the camera.
Is your OCD that bad?
I don't ask her. When it comes to camera angles and everything, I try to make this as professional as possible. When I say professional, I mean production-wise. So at the end of the day, somebody's not as drunk as you thought. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been fun if we planned it out ahead of time, pulled the bed out, you and Jay could have stayed, hung out, and we could have really reminisced. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I've never been to the Andy Warhol Museum. I got some ideas, but I'm just, guys, I get to be along for the ride on this one. As long as
Yeah, a little bit.
as long as I can get you to the park and ride.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff we can do, you can do from North Shore.
Uh-huh.
So, you guys actually are casino people. Is it 21 and older in there? I was told it was 18 and older because it's one of the few casinos that does not comp your drinks. You actually have to go to the bar and get it.
Fact check, River Casino.
There we go. So not only am I going to take him to a strip club, I'm really going to ruin this kid's life. I want to take him to a casino.
And I'm probably one of the weird moms that really doesn't care. But you gotta experience life. Go do it.
Well, see, the fun part is, okay, so what time do you plan on picking me up?
Well, I told him probably want to leave around 6:30 or 7. So what? Here. Yeah.
Well, you're what? Yeah, okay, so they're
So I'm wanting to make a whole day of it.
All right.
I already told Grandma don't even expect us home for dinner.
So basically, the envelope of money I have inside is going to have to go with me tomorrow. Oh, come on, for real?
Come
Well, I guess casino. I mean, somebody had told me it was 18 and older, and they said it was because they don't comp you drinks there. We don't go to the casino. If I go to the casino, I'm going to the blackjack table, and you guys can go do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm there for the next couple hours. Enjoy.
Yeah.
No, but what's cool about North Shore is you got the Carnegie right there.
Uh-huh.
You've got Acrisure and PNC, literally not even blocks. It's one block at best. Am I blue? I mean, you could stand in front of Acrisure, look down the street, and see PNC Park.
Yeah, it's probably 2 blocks.
You think it's 4?
Wow. No.
Are we gonna take bets on this? I mean, that might be the closest you can get to
That's apparently the strip club's going to be after the fact, as I take them.
Stage AE's right there. Too.
Stage AE. I already told her about that, and she would absolutely love. I don't think it's going to be 4 blocks. Either way, it's not a long walk. It really isn't. But from North Shore, I mean, you've got so many things right there. Not only do you have Carnegie, you've got the history museums right there. What else is there? The Warhol Museum's what? I think it's about a block away from PNC.
And then the Bettis Bar girls there.
I trust me, I'm taking on the Bettis Bar and Grill. Yes. And Burgatory's there. And Southern Tier's there. It's a good thing a lot of places are in walking distance.
Yeah.
That's what I like about, a lot of people actually park right there in the War Streets area and walk to the stadium. It's everything's like right there. But then if you're wanting to go to places like Phipps Conservatory, the Cathedral of Learning, and see some of these other places, yeah, that's a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a horrible drive, but I mean, they're all within spitting distance of each other. I mean, we might be able to take them into cricket. It's right by the old Ford building. It's one of the fun clubs.
Okay, well, you've been doing clubbing with
Did
them.
you ever see Hustle and Flow?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, remember that particular club?
No, I just heard this song.
Mm. Do you see where I'm going with that club?
No, I don't get stuff like that.
Anyways. What's a politically correct way to say? The lights are off in there.
Well, no, he's not going in there.
Okay, there. Then now you finally get it. Yeah, that was always the inside joke whenever we were making deliveries to the Ford building. Well, it used to be the Ford building. UPMC bought it, and they're turning it into some weird medical museum. Literally, as I'm parked right here, you look right across the street. It's crazy.
Yeah, you don't need to go.
Trust me, the people that went in and out of there, I wouldn't. It's not worth $1.
Yeah, I did joke with him that if we ever went to Amsterdam, I was like, yeah.
Used to be. You do know the red light district got shut down.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. Well,
Amsterdam's cracked down on that sort of thing.
really? Wow.
You have to take them to Vegas.
I don't even have it. But I mean, he's always.
I'll take them there to the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
I'll never forget the episode of The Man Show where they go to the Bunny Ranch and he sat down with the workers and watched Pretty Woman. And half of them cried. It was hilarious.
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah. They're like, that's every woman's like the ultimate dream. You go to a place. Okay, so for all you people that don't know, the Bunny Ranch is a famous place in just outside of Vegas. It's a brothel.
Very famous brothel.
But I mean, if you like sports, we'll take them into cheerleaders. You sure you don't want to go, Blue?
Nope. She don't care. He told me to go.
It's like you've been out of my hair. I mean, it's kind of like how I am with my son. He's like, I want to go here.
So yeah, there's
Okay.
believe it or
I'm
not,
actually
we
going to be going that way myself tomorrow, but for another reason.
Yeah, she used to take loose with the
we'll just follow them. At least down 79 part of the ways.
Yeah, she wants to leave way earlier than what I need.
So on that note, I guess we better make sure I put this one down.
I just,
Yeah, right. I always do another one afterwards. So regardless, what do you got for our last shot, girl? Give me something inspirational to think about. Doesn't matter. You can people have plugged a show, they, you know, something they do personally, you know, whatever. Something to leave a positive, lasting memory. Don't you see? She did the same thing. It's not as easy as it looks.
no, it's not.
You know, you think about stuff all the time.
But when you have to pinpoint down just one thought,
And that's why, you know, I was joking with Kat earlier whenever I stepped outside to clean out the glasses and everything. I'm like, all right, go ahead and run it for a little bit. I knew she was gonna be like, I've been doing this for a year, and there's nights I'll get on here and just be like, so yeah, well, Blue put the pirates up there, you know, it's not as easy as you think.
no, to be put on the spot like
Oh yeah, and bear in mind, people are watching you too,
that.
and
Yeah,
even if they're not watching live right now, they're gonna watch the replay,
right.
and they're gonna listen to it on Spotify. So while you're driving, sweetheart, we have talked about what haven't we talked about?
Pooping on an airplane.
Pooping on an airplane. I don't think she's ever seen the glass bottle.
You got to show her later.
I have a picture.
I still have the picture on my phone too.
You have the one of
They
What were you doing? You're sweaty.
went for a walk.
You're sweaty too.
And it rained.
How hard is this? Oh. You're just really hustling.
I gotta ask. Come over here, son.
No, I'm sweaty.
Come on
It's
over.
mist. It's
Come
not
on,
sweat,
it was
it's
just
mist.
misting. Say hi to the world.
Where do you want me to go?
You can stand right here.
There you go.
That way, you know, I can let you say the first time in a Pennsylvania or in a United States bar, well, he is nervous. Look at him, like looking around.
I'm not really no camera like that.
You don't like cameras?
No.
What's the matter?
I'm not camera.
This is
He runs.
this is your kid.
It is my kid.
So I gotta ask you, do you like cheerleaders?
Cheerleaders.
you're
I was never really that.
you're not a fan of cheerleaders? What if I told you I can make I can change your mind on that?
Oh yeah.
100%. You know you guys are picking me up in the morning, right? She's already said they're gonna swing by and grab me, and I'm gonna be your tour guide.
The fear
For
just
Pittsburgh
went in
tomorrow.
his eyes.
He
Oh.
did.
Oh.
Now he's starting to wonder. What's the matter, buddy? You okay?
I'm cool.
You don't like this, do you? This is
Not really.
nerve wracking.
Yeah, no, I'm not camera.
This be my well, okay, so how does this work? You're my first cousin. What would this make?
I believe this would be your first cousin once removed because he is my child.
So he's not the first cousin once removed.
Okay,
So it would be first cousin twice removed. Maybe that's it.
Second cousin?
It gets so confusing.
Yeah.
How does that work? Well,
It
you
does
are
work.
like you're warm,
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking.
Oh, my phone's over there. I can't Google it.
I almost want to know where you guys went now.
Quite a ways.
Where did you take him?
We watched down
There
to
was
the
two
college.
down the college a little bit back.
So they've been gone the whole time, basically.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we expected you guys to be, because she even mentioned, she goes, I wish you brought them on here. And I'm like, they're stuck at the hip. They're enjoying life.
Mhm.
I figured you guys were up here playing, like, Madden or something.
No.
You show me the town.
Yeah, pretty much it is. You know, it's a very local city. I like it.
Niece or nephew? Oh, she did. She really fact-checked this thing. What do we got? Your cousin's child
Oh,
is
yeah.
your first cousin once removed. Good job.
That's about the only, as far as I can remember it going, it gets confusing after that.
So I guess technically that makes you are no.
But I think these two would be second cousins.
How the hell?
I don't. I think it's
uh,
because it would be like taking steps
You're good, brother. Go ahead.
down.
I just want to have some fun with you.
I think because it'd be like taking steps down. Like to you, this is your second cousin, first once removed, and then okay, and this is
That's Steve, by the
Okay.
way.
okay. So the bottle. Okay.
Oh, it's getting here. We can. And you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, seeing as how I have a famous picture up there, we can actually put that on there because she is wearing pasties. There's a lot of stuff that's getting ready to, we're getting ready to start doing, pictures aside. And I'm still old school, so I'm still learning social media, what you can and can't do on certain things. And she actually inspired me finally to go ahead and do this. It never dawned on me. She kept sending me videos of this individual. He was, he's like me. He Frankenstein's drinks, has fun with it. She loves him because of his voice. And we will show you the video here at some point. He's got that very
Yeah.
deep baritone. He goes in. On this episode of Let's Get Fucked Up,
So he's the type to make your pants wet. Your husband tears.
cheerleaders. Let's do it. Fuck that. We're going to Spirit Rhino. We're going to go to the fun ones. No, we'll go to Club Erotica. They got a dungeon downstairs.
They're trying to plot theirs.
I definitely want to go ahead and do the
You take the headliner, it's only 20 minutes down the road.
I don't feel like driving all the way to Greenville tonight. Headliners.
You do know a taxi service.
It is 18 and older too.
How old are you?
Oh.
They're scared to death. They're
Look at it this way.
"Die."
If we were to do something like that, Pittsburgh would be out of it tomorrow. I'm telling you right now. Where you guys wouldn't be getting back to grandma's till you do. Yeah, okay, you'd have to next time. Tomorrow.
He is like, oh my god, I'm not hearing this. He's very uncomfortable.
It's not like we're live, to
Well, that's exactly.
global. I mean, Kitty Cat, where did you say we actually stream to? We've got was it Sweden? Great Britain?
That's right.
All over the place.
We're all over the So anyways, yeah, at the end of the day, do we even do a last shot now?
I
think
had one.
Oh,
okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do our last shots of the night.
actually had one.
We were getting ready to do a last shot. You're the guest, so I invite you to go ahead and give us something inspirational. She's looking at you for guidance.
so going off the conversation you and I had earlier, wrap it up because the pull-up method does not work.
Oh, whoa! All right, right.
Yeah, save yourself $50 and just buy pop.
Kitty Cat, what's your last shot?
Don't just learn, experience. Don't just read, absorb. Don't just change, transform. Don't just relate, advocate. Don't just promise, prove. Don't just criticize, but encourage. Don't just think, ponder. Don't just take, give. Don't just see, feel. Don't just dream, do. Don't just hear, listen. Don't just talk, act. Don't just tell, show. And don't just exist, live.
Damn it. I almost wanted to feed the ducks on you if I could have done it. Let clue her in on that joke. I like that one. She does. But so if somebody else was here, he'd jump all over her and be like, from the heart. Don't read it.
But it
So when
comes
I
from
say-
the heart, because I read 1,000 different things, and it's one that I have to catch.
Yeah, it has to catch your attention. You have to feel it. Yeah.
So when we say feed the ducks, you've noticed during the breaks we've played different songs. Show her the feed the ducks before I go ahead and jump into mine real quick. Should be up at the top there, sweetie. So when he would start to do his last shot, we would play this, and he would just go into this. You never knew what he was going to say. And it just, sometimes it made sense, sometimes it made no sense, other times it was like, you'd whiplash. The louder you play that it drowns me out. Just letting you know.
That was
So before I get my last shot, guys, thank everybody for coming on here tonight for our Wednesday night open bar. Join us tomorrow night for our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots. I could have said shots and thoughts, but that would have drove her up the thing. Yeah, see, she hates that. We went back and forth when we changed it just last week. Thursday night is our shots and thoughts. Sunday night. Sunday night is our Sunday night weekend hangover. Again, all our shows, guys, are live, open forum. Feel free to come on, ask you questions, whatever you want to say. She's still got that. For our Monday night bartender, yours truly, seeing as how I'm the only one qualified to be a bartender anymore. We'll be answering your questions and slinging drinks. Always fun. Blue actually has done our bartending when we did our draft day.
Yeah.
And of course, Wednesday nights are open bar. Guys, always fun, always unpredictable. I'm going to save a specific one for tomorrow night.
He is thinking of everything he's done wrong right now.
I'm waiting to see what she's going to do with that because, at her age, that thing's probably way too heavy for her to throw. So at the end of the day, I'm not too concerned. What does the
Would
box
you
say?
gentlemen over there that are on your phones, would you like to tell me what Tuesday's date is?
I do apologize, everybody. So next week is our long week. Oh, man, we run the gauntlet. So Monday night is our Monday night open bartender.
Sunday. We start on Sunday. So we have Sunday.
It's called the Sunday Weekend Hangover.
Sunday. Then we have Monday. And
Sunday night is our Sunday night weekend hangover. That's how apparently we start our week. We are bass backwards. Monday night is our Monday night bartender. Wednesday night is our Wednesday night open bar. Guys, it's the first Tuesday of the month. This Tuesday, as is tradition for the past couple months, Trina's Trivia. You are invited to either, you can do it in the messages. We would prefer for you to come on live. It is the honor system. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. We do not normally have categories. It is whatever Kat finds in her
Brain.
6-inch long book of trivia questions. And of course, Wednesday nights are Wednesday night open bar. Then we got our Thursday night shots and thoughts. Have I pissed her off yet?
Visual right down, so I think
Our thoughts and shots, guys. My final shot of the night is I've had a blast with my cousin. It is always fun. We may not have gotten along as kids, but I don't think the love has never left. So I want to thank her for coming on and joining me tonight. It was really fun. We didn't pick on each other as much as I kind of expected a lot more out of either one of us. We kept it civil.
well, you know, when you got to keep it professional.
Well, for fuck's sake.
It's kind of different when you have a camera in your face, and it's just like you just can't let loose, and you know you got to censor some stuff.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that word, censored.
I talked about that.
Mm.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah,
What's the
but
difference?
with not
Okay,
everything-
so let's call it out real quick. What's the difference between Anne Frank and a 15-year-old?
I am not good at this kind of stuff.
The 15-year-old came back from camp.
Shut up. You realize I'm part two, right?
We just found that out
Yeah.
today. Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
So when it comes to censorship, I'm going to call this out right now. When we first started this, I was so concerned about being canceled. So we made sure not to say certain things. But now that this whole, you and I were talking about this earlier, the whole woke movement's finally dying out. People are starting to learn to laugh again. One of my favorite things to watch is dark jokes. Oh, I get the biggest kick out of them. And they're offensive, but they're not offensive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, your audience makes a big difference. Like there are some things that some people can say to certain people, and they know to just take it with what it is, and it just laugh. But there's other people who just can't. It's like
Sometimes you can
that's
have
right,
fun
you
about
must be
it.
fun at parties saying something.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, I watch a lot of comedy stuff, and people, I mean, they're constant. I love roasts. But at the end of the day, they constantly say it's comedy, guys. We have to learn to laugh again. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's just like drinking. Be responsible about it.
Yeah.
So have fun with it, and I'll make sure to come to you whenever I need money advice. Cheers.
I can get you about $100 for that.
Is that how you got through college?
Yeah. No, I just popped that kid.
Damn. Well, that explains a lot to you, wasn't it? Oh! He's like, I'm leaving this alone. Guys, hey, we had a blast tonight. Make sure you check us out. Where are we at? Tomorrow night, Thoughts and Shots. It's the night before graduation, so chances are I will call it out real quick before we end this. We're probably going to be a little late, and it's not going to be because I'm falling asleep this time. So, like I said, tomorrow night's going to be an interesting conversation. You're more than welcome to come back because it's actually going to be a good one. And I would like to invite Jaren to join us tomorrow night. So you guys have an open invitation. Tomorrow night's going to be a special night, trust me. And you got, bear in mind, you're going to be put out there too. We may have to teach Blue how to do the camera. Guys, on that note, that's all stuff that we talked about later. Always remember, everything we say on this show is.
What?
I said I can watch. I can run a camera up from porn.
He's yours.
She's like, well, somebody else is dealing with it, not me.
And notice I don't. We've matured past doing full shots, so to stay kosher. Just
The
remember,
Jewish
guys,
way.
just like Jesus, we're hanging out. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, give me a good voice.
It might just be the alcohol talking.
Cheers. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Looking for a party, good man, have you found it? Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading. Always, always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might